Welcome, I'm Scuba Bull. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about Shipwreck Symposium 2019 put on by the Niagara Divers Association that I recently went to. This was actually their 25th anniversary one, so there was a lot of good stuff going on there that, yeah, I'm just going to give you a little recap of what it was and my impressions of it. So, in the last 25 years, they've had 91 speakers and over 10,000 attendees. This year, emceeing the whole outfit was Tom Wilson. Chair of the show was David Meeker. The presenters were Kohl and Joan Forsberg, Ian Marshall, Kayla Martin, Mike and Georgann, Wachter, Helen Cooper, Scarlett Janusas, Jonathan Moore, David Gilchrist, Kevin and McGee and Cindy LaRosa, Art Amos and Dan Lindsay. All the stuff that I'm going to be talking about, I'm going to provide the links in the description for you to check out. So, the day was filled with great information about different wrecks and everything that's going on in and around the whole Niagara area with wrecks as well as further out. So Tom is a bit of a comedian, actually a pretty good one. So there's lots of jokes going on through the emceeing, which made it a blast. And Niagara Divers Association, they put on a really good event for this. Yeah. So now I'm going to talk a little bit about the presenters that were down there. So Cris Kohl and Joan Forsberg write books, produce DVDs, maps, and postcards about shipwrecks in the Great Lakes of Canada and their connecting waterways. They spoke about their first time presenting at the very first Shipwreck Symposium put on by the NDA in 1995 and presented an updated version of their presentation from then. They also put on, talked a little bit about some more recent wrecks that have been found, and they were on they're going to be on an episode on May 9th of Expedition Unknown that's on the Discovery Channel. The episode is titled Ghost Ships of the Great Lakes, and the both of them are going to be on there from what I've been told, and that's about all the information they could really get into before the show airs. So Ian Marshall followed them. He's from the Erie Mooring Project, and he was speaking about a little bit of the history of where it came from, where it's headed. Next up on the agenda, we had a young lady by the name of Kayla Martin. Now, she was there presenting on her work with International Women's Day of Diving. She actually organized an event in 2018 along with Dive Brockville to celebrate and empower women in scuba diving. So she spoke about her diving history and how she'd mostly been shielded from the sexism that existed and still does to some extent today. She brought up a magazine article. Now, I haven't been able to find a link to this article that is still valid. I found lots of links that are dead, but none of them that are still good. So I'll include in the description the name of that article, and if any of you can find a link that works, let me know. So Mike and Georgann, Wachter, they're wreck hunters. They did a presentation on the work that they're doing in the waters of Lake Erie and what they've been trying to come up with. Then, now we come to Helen Cooper from Dive Brockville. She spoke about the work that she's doing with opening up Picton, which has been unserviced for about the past 8 years for the wrecks that are there. Now, she's opening up there, and she also spoke briefly on her attempts to work with the council and everything to get the stairs put back in at Prescott. Now, the next two people I'm going to talk about, they were the ones that really clinched it for me and made it worthwhile. Scarlett Janusas, at least I think that's how you pronounce her name. I'm really bad with names. So what she was doing is she's working with a project for to recover the Avro Aero models that were launched into Lake Ontario. I'll try and find a link for that and throw it up for you. So this here I found really interesting because I always loved the Avro Aero. It's just one of those Canadian things. It's like, yeah, we did that, and there's lots of rumor, speculation, conspiracy theory on why it all got shut down. And you know what? The chances of anybody ever actually really knowing the full story are slim. But there's people out there trying to work at it. There is actually a movie called The Avro, or The Arrow. Sorry, The Arrow. I'll link to its IMDb in the description for you if you want to check that movie out. I really liked the movie. It was good. And, well, in my opinion, I thought it was an awesome movie. Then we had Jonathan Moore. He works with Parks Canada and is currently involved in the study of 2 ships found in the Arctic Circle, or very close to. And these 2 ships are the HMS Cerberus and the HMS Terror, which those 2 ships were the ones that were the Franklin expedition to navigate the Northwest Passage that got lost. They left England in 1845 and were lost somewhere along the way. If you look up the Franklin expedition, I'm sure there's lots more information that I haven't covered. And he was speaking about what they found on the ships, their speculations about how they got to where they were, their condition, a little bit of backstory on them, and basically just went into the work that he's doing to archaeologically check out these ships. Now, David Gilchrist, he spoke about a trip to the Red Sea, and while diving there he dove on a ship called the SS Numidia. He did a short little presentation on that, and yeah. So then we get to Kevin McGee and Cindy LaRosa. They were there talking about a dive trip that they did to Iceland, where they actually dove on to a continental rift, which, if you see the video and the pictures and that they had, it seems like an interesting thing to check out. So, with all that said, there was 2 final presenters. 2 elderly gentlemen that have long been in diving and very experienced. They put on a short little video about 4 gems of Tobermory. Those 4 ships being the Alice G, the San Sento, the Forest City, and the Arabia, that are in 5 Fathoms National Park in Tobermory. So, now we get to what I thought of it all. I had fun. It was definitely worth the cost, and there was a lot of informative things going on there. And the lunch was bar none. For provided lunch, I ain't gonna complain. I'm actually gonna give it a good thumbs up. It was good food. So, would I go again? Am I gonna go again? You bet. I'm gonna be signed up for next year as soon as I find out when it is. And I would think that a lot of you should probably join and come on down and check it out, see what you guys think. So, with that, please subscribe and smash that like button, and I will talk to you later.